Welcome to the house Roethlisberger built, Oxford, Ohio, on the campus of Miami University and home to the Redhawks. And we are looking forward to a fantastic game and a full house for this one. Today, a couple of squads here to square off in a Big 12 showdown. As we'll see, the Colorado Buffaloes taking on the 22nd ranked team in the land, the Miami, Ohio Redhawks. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. And the Redhawks will get us underway with the opening kickoff. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. First down here for the offense. The give out of the gun. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard.
The running back carry. And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
Leaves it with the back. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a first down.
I am impressed with the physicality we're seeing up front by this offensive line. Playing on the road, they knew they wanted to get the run game established, and they are doing just that. They're not just getting 3-4 yards of pop. They are gashing this defense.
They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43. When you have a conference as deep and balanced as this Big 12 is, it's important to get off to a quick start in conference play.
Yeah, you're going to be challenged each and every week here in the Big 12 Conference. Since they've expanded, the quality of this conference has gotten so much better. So, David, big challenge here to make sure mentally your mind is right starting the season off today.
Yeah, I mean, to make your dreams come true, it starts one game at a time, the old cliche. But the Big 12, year in and year out, so many different teams that can beat you, so many different teams that can put points up on the scoreboard. Got to start fast in Big 12 play.
And the Buffaloes will call on their punt team. He'll try to really get into this one. The punt was just an illusion. They snapped it to the up end. They tried to catch him napping on that fake, but turns out they were wide awake.
Well, they were trying to get clever. They thought they had the right look for that fake punt, but give the defense a lot of credit. They were expecting it.
The give to the running back from the shotgun.
And offenses want to continue to feature the run. They want balance. Even if it's not super successful, you can take it little bit at a time just to keep that defense honest.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Jackson will throw. And how about that catch and run? So dangerous, this guy.
It's hard for an offense to win when you get in predictable situations. What a great job understanding where the first down marker is. I got to get a big gain, got to get that first down. Nice job, great nose for the first down.
They wrestle him to the ground, but he's got plenty for a first down.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on first down. And you want to create 2nd and short, 3rd and short, or just get first downs like that run right there.
They're getting this guy lathered up. Got some room, headed to the goal line. He's all the way down to the 3,
defense is going to have to do a better job slowing down the run. We've seen twice now in this opening drive this guy break one. And so this defense has to do a better job at the point of attack, and their D coordinator probably is already thinking to himself, do I have to get another guy in the box to slow this guy down?
Trying to surge it in. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. See if they can get it done on 2nd and goal. He's going to the right, looking for a path to the end zone. And they stop him again for no gain, and it will be 3rd down.
You've got to think there's 11 guys on defense right now keying in on this running back. They've watched the tape. They've seen this guy gash defenses. He's scored a boatload of touchdowns this season. You're anticipating him getting the football.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Redhawks. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the PAT makes it 7-0. So they covered 42 yards on the drive and finished the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. They're lining up to boot it away. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. He'll start this drive firing. Snags it at the 30 and still running. Turns it on down the left side. Touchdown, Buffaloes! And once he got loose, it was all over. That touchdown grabbed the 25th of his career.
Not surprising either. When you've got this guy's ability at that position, quarterbacks are going to be looking for you. 25 touchdown catches, that's an impressive figure.
Yeah, he's definitely one of those guys that have been so big time. Big time moments, clutch plays, makes those contested catches. He's a guy that can do everything, and that's why he's putting up such great stats.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. Right down the middle. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, let's recap that ranked-on-ranked matchup that has just gone final. Penn State was able to squeak one out in front of those home fans at Beaver Stadium. In fact, I think in the end, the difference may have been that Happy Valley crowd who leaves happy with the win. Going to be interesting to see what the fallout from this one is for one ranked team, while the other figures to get a bounce when the new rankings come out, guys.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. The Miami, Ohio offense returns to the field. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again. Lofts one high and deep. Snatches it on the right. And the defense couldn't corral him, and he took it all the way. Touchdown, Miami. The AT unit on the field. And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. That kind of drive will boost your confidence. One play, hit the big pass, put a touchdown on the board. The kickoff team out there and ready to go. He'll call for the fair catch here. Offense getting set for first down. Handoff to the single running back. And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain.
Yeah, and the running back didn't get much here, but, you clearly want to always establish the tempo, run the football, be consistent, make that defense physically meet the challenge.
Off play action. And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with a sack.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and that can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play action attempt.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. He's got it on the right. He's into the open down the middle. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Buffs!
What a massive play for the offense. And sometimes when you're calling it deep in your own end, you're expecting man coverage or at least a one-on-one to the outside of the field, and that's what they had. The quarterback put air under it. The receiver shows off his speed. They make the catch, and it's not just a big first down. It's a touchdown. That is a momentum-changing play.
And they pick up the extra point. Kicker knocked it right down the middle. All tied up and just about set to kick it away. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Guys, we'll see what this Redhawks offense can get done this time. Boy, that last touchdown, the one-play quick strike score. Jesse, this offense hoping to keep that kind of explosiveness going.
And I don't know if they're going to get the same looks defensively because of just how explosive that play was, Reese. David, they may be seeing a little bit more off coverage on this drive and maybe some softer boxes to run into.
And when you make that kind of explosive play, you're going to put the defense on its heels. They're going to be a little bit more conservative. So this offensive approach now, maybe I don't have to go deep. I can go a little bit shorter and just make those easy plays underneath.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
Jackson going to throw it. Coming after it. And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes. The number one job is to protect your quarterback, and they weren't able to do it long enough that time.
This offensive line, Reese, they've got to do a better job communicating pre-snap and try and figure out which people on defense are going to be rushing the passer. Right now, this offense just looks confused up front.
And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. This could be a real turning point in the game. They scored a touchdown. They got to stop. And now a chance to break the tie.
Yeah, this offense has got it cooking, man. And how about the defense? Great job getting that stop, getting the football right back to the hot hand. Now this offense, Palmer, has a chance to take the lead.
You can see the offense, too. They understand.
Ball is loose. Defense coming up with a huge fumble recovery. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own. They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. Hard running there.
I think tackling is about effort most of the time. It's about how much passion, how much physicality you can bring to get your guy on the ground. Refuse not to get him on the ground. That's not a big bag. You got to get that guy on the ground. You can't let him pick up an extra couple yards and stay ahead of the sticks.
And he'll pick up the first down after a tough run there.
And a great job by the offensive line. If you're going to run the ball right at the middle, you better control the line of scrimmage. You can see the center, the guard, the tackle's doing a good job getting on their guys just enough where this running back can get into space and make the big gain.
Feeling some heat. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
You got to give the defense tons of credit because we know how much speed this quarterback has. That time you saw the pursuit. They were able to bring him down for a big loss on the sack.
Really need to pick up some yardage this time on second and long. Whoops, someone moved a little bit early. Offense going to pick up a 5-yard penalty. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Offense gets set for second down. Jackson will throw. A shot for the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Redhawks.
One One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
And they did tack on the extra point. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. As it turns out, the fumble on that last drive set up the touchdown, David.
And there's no bigger stat in football than turnovers. You turn the football over, they turn it into points. Jesse, that is not a recipe for success.
Good news, though, they get another chance, right? They can make amends with this drive right here. That's all that's important. You've got to execute, and you've got to lock in.
He'll come out throwing on first down. With the catch, it's Hood. At midfield, he's got room. And they get him down at the 43, but this is the kind of explosive play you want to build on. They are dialed in on this drive, a couple of chunk plays, and now they'll snap it on first down. Looking to move it through the air. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Colorado!
And I think in the pre-snap, I think both of these guys were on the same page. They had a look defensively that let them know we can pitch this thing way down the field. I'm going to go run under it and make a big play for it.
Yeah, and when I'm the receiver, I'm like, I'm open, right? I'm going straight down the field. Throw me the football. I got the speed. I can beat this guy. You can tell they've done that so much in practice. They knew it was second nature, and they executed it perfectly.
And the point after is good. After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it up. The Redhawks offense heads to the field. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you got to find somebody that can make a play to create something. And listen, if they're scoring anyways, let's be aggressive. Let's blitz more. Let's make sure we're making them feel discomfort in some way, shape, or form.
And runs like that are like body blows in a boxing match. 4, 5, 6-yard gains early turn into 20, 30, 40-yard gains later. They really wear down defenses, and they test their physicality.
And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
How great is it if you're a defensive coordinator that you know I can put 6 DBs on the field in my dime package and I can still get home rushing 4. My guys up front are better than your guys, and we're going to go through. It's just that.
And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. How big as this drive. Scored a touchdown the last time they had it. Defense gets a stop, and now it's up to them in a tie game.
All right, so if you're the offensive coordinator here, let's dial it in. Who are your best matchups and best playmakers to take advantage of this golden opportunity?
Yeah, and I'm interested to see this defense, too. Like, the momentum is clearly not in your favor. How do you get it back? How do you make a big play? Do you be more aggressive here to try to get the football back to your offense?
And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
Offensive linemen love to run the power. Why? You run power. You run power. Then you can play action. You don't want that defense to be sitting there saying, it's a pass, having the pass block every play. You got to keep defenses off balance.
Well, this offense is sending a little bit of a message here. Of course, we know how much they've struggled on third down all season long. They're just never able to seem to get into a rhythm. But after that last running play moving the sticks, you just wonder what that does for their confidence.
Trying to escape and get it himself. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit. The clock has stopped, and we've reached the 2-minute warning before halftime. Offense working from the pistol. On second down, wants to throw it. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
Well, if at first you succeed, try again. They've already linked up twice for touchdown passes, so no question the quarterback here still in the first half looking for his go-to guy, but you got to give the defense credit there. They were expecting it, and they were able to make sure that one fell incomplete.
He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. The Buffaloes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Trying to find his man on first down. And the ball is picked off. And the offense makes the tackle in frustration after the interception. Drive comes up empty, and it's a turnover.
Some defensive players just have a knack. I've played with guys throughout the course of my career that you can't coach it. It's not speed, it's not strength. It's literally, I know when to break on the football, how to go get it, and how to pull it in. It's just a knack.
At the 35, he's open. Really nice run there. Good, solid pickup, and they'll move the sticks with a first down.
That has got to be demoralizing if you're on defense because they just ran the ball right up the middle, down your throats, and they gashed you.
They'll throw it on first down. He's got his man. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. New set of downs after that completion. Jackson gonna throw it. Fires to the wideout. Just flying through the air like a superhero to make the grab. Got open on the post and then had no regard for his body in making that catch.
Exactly right. You know you're going to get hit a lot of times coming over the middle of the field, but he runs that post, lays out, makes the play for his quarterback. That's a tough hombre.
Makes the catch. It's Sims. And an absolutely fearless tackle, giving up size, still got him on the turf. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half, maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. He's got it and still on his feet. Touchdown, Miami. What a catch and run for 6.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up and keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
Get that touchdown right before the half, build the momentum, and the last thing you need to do is mess it up by allowing a big kickoff return. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. He's looking to throw it. Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. And that pass is intercepted. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Buffaloes will kick it away to start the second half. It bounds through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. The Miami, Ohio offense returns to the field. They go to work in the third quarter with the lead, but they have had a little trouble keeping their quarterback upright.
Yeah, and you have the lead, you're positive, but the offensive line coach is definitely going to be upset. And the offensive coordinator, listen, I don't want my guy getting touched. He's being productive, but give him some more time here in the second half.
I think you can do that, too, offensively, by maybe leaving your tight end in to help block, maybe chipping with running backs to help these tackles out on the edge, because you're right, that pocket has been shaky, and if it continues to be that way in the second half, this could be a much different looking football.
It'll be third and short from their own 33. To the ground to try to pick up the first. The Redhawks will keep this drive going.
And I just love when guys know exactly where the sticks are. You could tell ran with purpose, finished through the sticks, and got just enough for the first down.
And a nice job up front, too, right? Good communication. Everybody knew where they had to go, hat on a hat, work the double teams, and get some push.
Those are the kind of plays in the second half you have to make. This back has had plenty of success. He's gotten a lot of touches. Now, defensively, we got to show him things are about to be different.
He's got his man. Makes the catch and knocked down.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
Using the quick game. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47.
You got to give the O-line a lot of credit there because it gave the receiver time to work all the way across the field on the drag route against zone coverage. Quarterback gets it to him. He's able to turn it up and get a first down.
They'll keep it on the ground. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land.
As an offense, you've got the lead, you've had success running the football. You hope that this play is just a blip because you know you're going to have to lean on your bell cow running back to ice this game and close it out.
They go to the ground. And he's dragged down.
These are the ones in the stands where you get booed if it doesn't work. Why would you run the ball on second and long? You stink, OC. Or you get the big applause and you're like, yes, nice job. Keeping the manageable third down situation. Good call. So tough spot to be in second and long. Nice answer, nice run by the running back.
They were all over him. Nowhere to go as that third down play turned into a disaster. This is the absolute right call. They're going for it on fourth down.
3:25.
Try to get it on the ground. And he'll be taken down, but he does have enough for the first down. From that spot on the field, it almost takes the decision out of there. You almost have to go for it.
Well, you think about what punting gives you. Punting, you could end up with 15, 20 yards. That would be awful. So you have to go for it. Put your offense on the field. Listen, this is the situations where you trust your offense. If you want to score a lot of points and you want to...
Oh, he needs to get rid of it. He needs to do something, and he will go down. What a terrible, terrible play and a big loss. Defense has to be frustrated. The offense keeps matriculating and matriculating and matriculating the ball down the field. A little release to the back. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football. And a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting the football, letting them get some positive yards.
And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Well, on offense, no doubt, right? You've had success. You're throwing some tutties. Why not keep throwing it? They're going to keep being aggressive. You're going to have to do a better job, though, keeping this quarterback standing up.
Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. And that one will sail out of bounds. No chance for a return there. Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
He'll try it again on 2nd and 10. Bought a little time, lets it go. And he's down at the 41. That's a first down. And they bring him down, but did you see this freshman rifle that thing in there? They'll put it in play from the 41 on first down. Wide out in motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
The first thing you have to do to make these plays successful offensively is I have to block the edge. I got to get my speedster in space. They didn't do a good job of getting that guy out there in space where he could really use his jets. Nice job by the defense understanding it, seeing it, rallying to it, and tackling that guy for a loss.
Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44. And the Buffaloes have this offense rolling. Wants to throw on first down. He's going to run it. He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide.
That's the end of the third quarter. With the score, Miami, Ohio, 28, Colorado, 21.
Second down here as they go back to work after the break.
Black 24. Black 24.
He's looking to throw. Ball just inside the 40 at the 39. It's 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Now he's going to break the pocket. He's going to let one go back to the middle. And it's picked off again. His night vision hasn't been on par. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
Back-to-back possessions, 2 forced turnovers, 2 interceptions. Defenses are salivating. That gets you excited. I'm the next guy trying to make a big play. I'm bragging about it if I've already got one pick. But if I'm the other guys, I'm like, wait a minute. I got to get me one, too.
Wide open downfield. Defense on skates that time. They finally drag it down at the 42. That last play is the kind of thing the offense can really build some momentum on, and now they've got it 1st and 10 outside the 40. Quick pass on the fly motion. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
Yeah, that's a really good job by the defense, reacting to what they see. They see the quarterback flip it forward on the touch pass. Now I got to go get it, right? Corral that football. He picked up some yards, yeah, but you didn't give up that big explosive play, and now you have to make him earn it now on the next down.
Stop just inside the 25. We'll mark it at the 24. Pickup of 10 and a first down. And the Redhawks come to the line with a new set of downs. The give on the inside. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And it's a great play by the defensive end. The most athletic players on the field play defensive end. Yes, you heard me, Jess, Reese. Exactly what I said. Great get off. Great job getting in the backfield, making the play.
Gets it out fast. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground covered. Pick up the first. The Redhawks are threatening in the red zone. Jackson will throw. Here's an interception. Oh, did they need that turnover? Didn't get a ton on the return, but they've got it inside the 20 at the 19-yard line.
Dude, talk about having to have it. We needed to force the turnover. We had to get the football back. They're in such a good position to run out the clock, try to win. No, sir. Our ball, first down.
And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
Here comes the offense on first down. Wants to pass. He hurls one deep down the left side. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
The offense has got to find something here in the fourth quarter. You can tell, pressing a little bit. They need that big play. They want that big play to try to make this game a better ball game. Took the shot. Unsuccessful, but I wouldn't be surprised if they take some more of those.
And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipate.
He lofted high and deep down the left side. And they won't make the connection going for the big play.
Well, these two have linked up for multiple touchdowns in this game. They had the look they like. They're licking their chops, taking a shot down the field. We haven't seen too many incompletions when these guys have been trying to play throw and catch.
He's going to pass on second down. He's not afraid to go deep. And it's his fourth interception of the game.
He's just Johnny on the spot. And now his second interception of the game, doing a great job reading the quarterback's eyes. And he's just been in the right place at the right time making plays.
They'll run it. They want to take their time here. Squeezes ahead for a couple. They'll get it out to the 9.
And I like the first thought process right here. Run the football. We want to run that clock with the lead. Thank you to the defense for forcing that turnover, setting us up. Now if we can put a few first downs together, we're looking really good.
Moving out of the pocket. He'll fire to his right. Oh, did he toast the coverage? Got it deep downfield. Tackled after picking up the first down.
And that's why this guy's a complete running back. He's good between the tackles, he can pass block, but he can also run routes. And we're not just talking about screens or swing routes. This guy gets vertical down the field, and he can run the route tree.
That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5.
You see, this is what great defenses do. Great defenses swarm to the football. So when you do miss a tackle, it's not the end of the world. There's another guy right there to wrap him up. Great defenses seem like they got 12 guys on the field. Nice job swarming to the football, engulfing the running back.
This offense is not letting up, guys. They've got a lead here late, and they are still taking shots. They're still looking for explosive plays. This defense just has not had an answer here all game long.
Coming out on first down with the play fake. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down.
On the ready.
And the Redhawks have moved it inside the 20.
Green 25.
They'll go back to the ground. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. You got to believe they just want to run it, take care of the football, and keep that clock moving on 2nd and 9. They'll go to the ground. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
All right, defense, if they score, it's a wrap. It's over. So we got to find a way. I know the clock's our enemy, but we got to find a way to get a stop, put ourselves in a position and get the ball with some clock and try to go down and make something happen offensively.
And a really short game before he gets a whole bunch of company from the defense. They need 7 more yards to reach the end zone. It's 2nd and goal. The run up the middle, trying to power to the goal line. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Wide receiver shows motion. Working that left side now. Touchdown, Readhawks! And they take it in for 6 more points. That one puts them in really good shape to get back on the right track and get another W. And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the fourth. Kickoff team is on the field. They'll try to drive this one deep. Fair catch, called for and made. Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. Going up top on first down. What a spectacular grab there as they try to finish this game with a little something to feel good about. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, we've got a chance at a finish. Lining up to add another. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, right back to your game after we update the nation on this one. SMU came away with the victory today, but not in dominant fashion. In fact, the folks in Dallas had to sweat things out for much of the second half. Could have been better, but certainly could have been worse. It's one game. You don't want to react too much either way. But I think both teams will leave this one with some things to work on moving forward.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. And they're going to have to fight this defense, and they're also up against it with time, Jesse.
Yeah, no doubt, Reese. And this quarterback now, he's going to have to show off his poise, David. They practice these late-game situations, but how's this guy going to respond?
And I got a little bit of time to work with here, so I watch the defense, and if they're going to drop back and play real conservative like they tend to do late in the game, let's get a few shots over the middle first before we have to take that deep shot.
Corners are going to bail. He wants to throw. He just throws it away, and I think the flag's going to be coming in. There it is. Now 7 defensive backs on the field getting ready for a passing down. Quarterback wants to throw on second down. Gets rid of it. Just a short pass to the tight end. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. On 3rd and long, he'll need to push it downfield. What a job to lay out and make the catch. The Buffaloes moving quickly to the line. Now from inside the red zone. Dances away. Fires deep toward the end zone. It's incomplete, and the last chance is just out of reach, and that's going to do it. It came down to the final quarter. Clutch plays, guys delivered, and they get a close win.
Yeah, Reese, big-time players make big plays in big games, and that's what happened in